Sentient beings. This broadcast is not intended for children. There will be strong language and adult themes.
And hello,
Hi, gang.
everybody. Let's see, spooky bed hair. Debunk day. Yeah, right. Do you have any evidence of that? No, it's skeptical day.
Yeah, personally, I'm skeptical of the notion that Spooky's bed hair is actually all that spooky. Somebody's going to have to dig up a picture of Spooky with his bed hair on point, and that will debunk uh, Spooky's name.
I'm not sure where Purple is. I'm guessing she's probably grieving for the loss of her dear her Sami-san.
Uh, yeah, yeah, I heard that Sammy wasn't doing well. I guess I had missed the news that he had actually passed.
Yeah, he died. They buried her. She's playing and putting it in a little flower garden on top of his grave. Sounds really nice.
So we gotta. So we'll have to. Let's see. Let me see if.
Okay. Oh, while we're waiting for that to come back, how about we start with vaccines myths? Common myth about vaccines is fact-checked by medical and scientific experts, including the CDC and World Health Organization. Fact: vaccines do not cause autism. This is based on a 1998 study researching a link between that was seriously flawed. It was retracted by the publisher. Though celebrities picked it up like Jim Carrey and his wife, if it still took off. Hello?
Yeah, I'm. I don't see my face on the screen, but I'm back.
Yeah,
I,
I see you, but you're frozen.
okay. Yeah, on Discord, I'm just a black screen. Um, Maybe if I drop out and come back in.
Yeah, or maybe turn your camera off and on.
Uh,
No, I guess that didn't work. Yeah,
no,
well.
it didn't do anything.
I'll try just coming out and come back in, or just let it go. Enjoy the technical difficulties, everybody. So while we're waiting, still don't see anybody in the chat. So, but I see we got like 5 people watching. So, hello, everybody who's being quiet out there. Let's see what else we have on vaccines. Oh, just got a text message. So hold on. So we're right here. Okay, it's just my phone bill thing. Okay. see here. Myth: the immune system can be overwhelmed by too many vaccines at once. A child's immune system is robust and handles thousands of antigens, substances that trigger an immune response daily from their environment. The entire childhood vaccination schedule exposes a child to far fewer antigens than in what they encounter naturally, presenting no meaningful challenge to their immune capacity. Good to know. Vaccines cause the disease they are meant to prevent is a myth. I'm not sure if I've heard this one before. Most vaccines use inactive, killed viruses or only parts of a virus or bacteria, making it impossible to contract the disease from the vaccine itself. Live vaccines, such as MMR or chickenpox, use a weakened form of the virus that may cause mild symptoms, like a rash or low fever, which is a sign the immune system is responding, and not the full disease. Demon Orb. Hello. Let's see here. What else we got here? And yeah, this is a pretty pertinent one. Myth: mRNA vaccines alter DNA or contain microchips. I'm sure you've heard this one in the past few years. Fact: mRNA vaccines deliver temporary instructions to cells to build a protein that triggers an immune response. The mRNA never enters the cell nucleus where DNA is stored, and it degrades quickly, so it cannot alter a person's genetic code. There are no microchip tracking devices in any vaccines. I'm pretty sure we don't have microchips that we can build that small anyway. Imagine the size of the battery that would require to run the thing. Hi everybody, hope you all are doing well. I hope you're doing well too, who stopped this stupidity. So what myths have you debunked to everybody out there? See, I'm just kind of winging it until I see people will actually can come in and then join me here. Finally, good. People will eat around 5
I am
each
so
hour.
age.
It's okay.
Yeah. I swear I was getting ready at 1:30 and wound up. I guess I dozed off again.
You're allowed to be late today.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not sure why today, but I'll take it. But you were talking about vaccines, and yeah, coincidentally, it was just yesterday I was waiting and got a bunch of vaccinations. So I got myself vaccinated against shingles and hepatitis A and B.
Yeah. See, we'll save that one for later. Here we are. Myth: microwaves destroy food nutrients. Fact: Because microwave if cooking is fast and uses less water, it often preserves more vitamins and minerals compared to boiling or baking.
Yes, I've heard that's true, especially for cooking vegetables, that you don't lose as many of the vitamins as you would by more traditional cooking techniques. Which is quite nice, yeah. For most vegetables, you can just steam them in the microwave with, literally just like a couple of spoonfuls of water.
And seeing as you're here now, I can get into transgender here. Common myths about transgender people include the false belief that being trans is a trend or choice, that it is a mental illness, and that all trans people undergo medical surgeries.
Oh, don't you know that transgender is a myth entirely?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
of course.
we don't actually exist. Yeah, but no, it is not something that people can be like talked into. It's not just a trend. It's not something new. It has literally been going on for basically as far back as we can trace human history. Archaeological evidence of it going back, like 10,000 years or more.
Yep, in fact, that's exactly what it says here in the myth. If in fact there, being trans is a new trend or phase. Fact, trans and transgender people will have existed throughout history and across culture for centuries. Of course, we got hit to see myth. In fact, being trans is a mental illness. Fact. Major medical associations do not classify being transgender as a mental illness. And as while some trans people experience gender dysphoria, distress from mismatching body gender, this is a treatable condition and not a mental disorder. And usually the treatment is to have the outside match the inside.
Yeah, the most effective treatment is to actually allow the person to have the appropriate hormones for the gender they see themselves as and let their body develop in that direction. Because you can't really change the brain, but we can change the body. Some people are infuriatingly stupid, yes.
Spend in 10 seconds on Twitter X. You'll see it.
Yep. Wait a minute. There are many planes in the ocean, but no submarines in the sky. I'm not sure what that's referencing, but it is actually true, yes. Especially if you go and explore the wrecks of some of the World War II aircraft carriers.
I suppose you could have a small submarine in the sky if you load it up onto a plane.
This is true. They've got some pretty massive cargo planes that especially when you're talking about some of the little deep ocean exploration submarines. The robotic ones, that some of those aren't any larger than, oh, I'm having trouble pulling a good size comparison that most people would be familiar with.
Well, you can get some that are like almost the size of a canoe.
Yeah. So, how are things going for you, Mage?
Not too bad overall. I've been did my core workouts today, or most of it at least. I have to do a little bit more later. Working out is starting to do something for the past few weeks. I'm getting the schedule down, getting my diet down.
Yeah, Journey is saying Priscilla Mosley would have people think that trans people don't exist, which means I've been hallucinating Purple, Journey, Porpoise, Commander, etc. for more than a year now. Well, I don't think I'm a hallucination. I mean, as far as I know, I'm pretty much as solid as any other humanoid on this planet.
Well, that's just what a hallucination would say.
Yeah, I've always been so tempted to try that. Maybe if the next time Social Security tries to review me, I should try that. Go in there and tell their psychologist that I know that they're just part of my delusion.
I'm pretty sure there actually is a delusion in of that. Don't know the name of it off the top of my head.
Oh, I know there is, but yeah, I don't know what that one would be called. Oh,
Let's see here.
We'll call it the Bob Newhart delusion, huh?
Solipsism syndrome. Apparently.
Ah.
The belief that you are the only conscious being and that everyone else is a figment of your imagination or not real is known as solipsism syndrome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be very clear that anything on this show that looks nice or seems reasonably competent is mage. I'm too disorganized, too random. I have no level of executive function, so I could not keep this going regularly on my own. Speaking of, I actually missed it, but last week we passed the 8-year mark.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because it was actually, excuse me, was actually March 1st was the anniversary of when I created this channel. I'm not sure exactly when I did my first stream after that, but because there was a while in there that I actually was uploading edited videos for a while there. Oh, yeah, I am still, I'm still too distracted from losing Sammy, so I have been not very reliable. My brain has only been working off and on.
Yeah, I mentioned a little bit about that before you came in here, but if you want to explain a little bit more.
Yeah,
Just if you're up to it.
Yeah, my pal Sammy son, one of my cats, who I had for 10 years after adopting him from a shelter in Michigan. Passed away last week, and he had been struggling quite a lot, so I feel kind of bad that I feel he was holding on longer than he needed to.
No,
but
it wasn't you.
Yeah, well, I had wanted him to be able to pass, at home in familiar surroundings rather than just the injection in the vet's office.
I think you did everything right.
Yeah. So actually it was during the stream last Wednesday he was still here, but then it was technically Thursday morning, late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning that he passed on. So and I tend to get more attached to cats than I do to people, so and it's grief has been an ongoing thing for me. So I mean, can we just go a full year without someone dying on me would be nice.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah, because in the last 4 years, I've lost 4 people and 2 cats.
It was as bad as my uncle there. My grandmother died.
Yeah.
And later that year, his wife died. And then nearly right after, or I think it was like a month or so after that, his dog died.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of keeping around the clock watch on him after that.
Yeah, well, and that was the thing with Sammy's son, that I'd been keeping around the clock watch on him. I had him into the vet on Friday, and the vet said that his kidneys were shutting down and he wasn't going to make it through the weekend. But then he wound up, like I say, making it until about somewhere around 1 o'clock Thursday morning. Because I had dozed off just before 1 o'clock, and I woke up an hour and a half later, and he was no longer breathing. So he was laying on my leg in my chair, so in his usual spot. And Molly's son had been helping me with him. That he had been over here and taking shifts watching Sammy so that I at least got some sleep. So now it's just me and Ethan. But yeah, so there's at least a chance that somebody else can win World's Greatest Roommate this year. Sammy took it 8 years in a row. It seemed nobody else had a chance. So maybe somebody's got the opportunity now, although I don't know, that there's a possibility that he may win it posthumously anyway. Well, I mean, seriously, at this point, he can't do anything wrong. No, but I got really lucky with both Sammy and Ethan. Have been very low maintenance kitties, and they have been amazingly polite. And they have not woke me up even when their food was empty, or even when they didn't get fed on time.
Oh, we got Molly right here next to me.
Yep. Ethan's right here next to my foot, cleaning himself.
Yeah, I know when Molly goes, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah. Yeah, they do become such a big part of our lives that it's really, really hard when they go. So I noticed Jenny's not here, but I did see her posting some things in the private group on Twitter, so I know she's still with us, but
Yep.
I also know she started her chemotherapy, so she
Yeah, that's what she's
very
up to.
likely is just exhausted.
There is a picture of my cockatiel Nalo.
Oh, pretty bird.
Yeah, she was very important. I got her the year my mom died, and we were at a pet store at the mall, and they had all these little baby cockatiels in this big pen, and I could stuck my hand down into the pen, and she'd always climb up into my hand like that, like what you see in the picture.
Oh,
Whenever I came by, and my friend's like, "Oh, you gotta get that cockatiel. I know you're looking to get one." Like, yeah, but I'm having to stay at my grandmother's. I can't really get a pet right now. Like, okay, well, you can keep it at my place until you're set up. Okay. It's like, all right, we'll get the cockatiel. So that's how I ended up with Nalo. And this is probably my favorite. Actually, it's a series of photos here, but that's probably my favorite right there. She was kind of sitting on me, and he just kind of started scratching her head. And I just got a nice series of shots. That's how she was just leaning into it, enjoying the scratching.
yeah. How sweet.
But yeah, she died the same year and month Molly was born. So it was like, so you can consider the Molly almost like a reincarnation of the bird.
Yeah. One of the cats we had growing up, we had a cat named Alvin. And I don't quite recall. I think that he got hit by a car. I'm not quite sure. But just 1 week after we lost Alvin, the cat across the alley had a single kitten. And there was absolutely no question who the father was. His markings were identical. So that's how we got little Al.
Yeah, my last cat was more of an outdoor cat and got passed around from person to person. It was a neighbor's cat, and then the neighbor moved away and just left all their animals. So he basically
Oh,
they just let the animals run around out and just left.
God, how can people do that?
And the next door neighbor across from me, he kind of took in the cat, but she had to move to an apartment where they didn't allow animals, so I took the cat.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I failed that cat though.
Well, you at least gave him a chance rather than someone else who just cast him out and abandoned them.
Because there was one morning where the cat was meowing at the window to come. I thought she wanted me to come feed her. Like, oh, it's too early. So I just I've slept a little bit longer, and I came out and gave the food. I didn't see the cat coming up. And what was going on? And it's gone.
Oh. Yeah, well, you just didn't understand. So, this is Salmon-san. And that is the crinkly stick of poking. It gave me a +5 on attacks against any feline. But yeah, that was his favorite toy when he got really wound up. But actually, he eviscerated 3 of those things. That just kicking him with his back claws, he had ripped him open until all the stuffing fell out, and I had to keep replacing it. But those had they had a layer of mylar inside them. And that was the crinkly part.
Yeah.
And
I've gotten crinkly things for Molly.
Yeah, just the sound of that crinkling, really got him going when he was playing. Because the other thing that he absolutely loved was when I got a package that had, just the brown paper for packing in there, that he would love just, crawling through that and hiding and pouncing. And, I think it's just because it sounded similar, to like a mouse crawling through a pile of dried leaves. So that's my bestest pal. So yeah, we put him to rest and Michael prepared a flower bed to be a memorial garden for him.
What flowers did you pick out?
I haven't quite picked them yet. Michael had brought over a box of flower seeds that we were going to go through together. Because he's a real good gardener, so he'll be able to tell me, which ones are going to be hardy in this climate, and which ones are going to work best in that type of soil. But we still have snow on the ground here, so it's too early to put the seeds in the ground.
Yeah.
We're going to have to wait a couple more weeks because we're still getting nighttime temperatures below freezing, so the seedlings wouldn't survive yet.
Yeah. Well, there's Molly playing with her crinkle toy.
Oh yeah, I can hear it.
That one I got from the Dollar Tree, believe it or not.
Yeah. The Dollar Tree is good for some of those, especially, with a dog when they're not going to last long regardless.
Yeah, and something like that, I think it only lasts like maybe an hour with her before she manages to completely destroy it. Though I did find one that she has managed not to fully destroy yet.
Mm-hmm. Cute puppers.
Yeah, when it's this little walrus thing that I got. Let's get back to seeing peoples here.
Hey, Commander.
Hello, how are you doing?
All right. We were just talking about, Sammy's son had passed last week, so just reminiscing a bit about pets. Yeah, I still have Ethan
I do
here.
good news.
What was that?
I got the permit today. Residency permit.
Oh, you're breaking up, but you got a permit for something? What?
Residency permit.
Oh,
residency
your
permit.
residency permit. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. You're getting your paperwork in order then?
Yeah. I think if I shut the video, it doesn't stop as much.
I have found on YouTube that when I was having a problem with any, with streaming or that if I just cut down the resolution of the camera, it reduced the amount of bandwidth it needed considerably. So it helped fix a lot of those problems. So especially when I was in Michigan. Go ahead, Commander.
As small as it's going to get. The camera is as small as it's going to get.
Okay. Yeah, I just know when I was in Michigan, the internet service wasn't very good there. So I'd often cut down the resolution of my camera to 480. And that seemed to.
My phone's not using the enough on my computer, which is to recognize that there's an Ethernet cord plugged in. So basically, also
You
getting
keep cutting out.
basically moving to use Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're on the Wi-Fi, so it's less reliable.
You're still cutting out.
Yep. Yeah, I think Commander's just going to be having problems with that. And
I
we
think
just
it's
have to deal with it. So,
I
how
think
you doing, Ned?
I'm fine. You hear the news?
No.
We got the permit for the residence permit for Commander here.
Oh, that,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's what Commander was just telling us about.
Oh, let me go. We'll go downstairs, see what I can do with this sound.
There is no noise gate anymore. I cut it completely out.
Now
It's it's the internet or it's the microphone. I don't know what it is because it was good a few hours ago when I checked it.
Well,
You're doing
you're
better
sounding
now.
good now. So whatever you did now worked.
Now I don't need to use OBS.
Yep.
I don't. I did shut OBS all.
So today is debunking day, Commander. Something that I know you've had a lot of experience with, poking holes through conspiracies.
Yeah. I just wish I could poke a hole right through
Hmm.
to get this computer working.
Well, I'm not sure what your computer runs. The other trick, I know that the entirety of the UK ceases to exist anytime I power my computer down. So another trick I use if it's being flaky on me is I just temporarily delete Scotland. Nobody ever seems to notice when Scotland's missing.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Because, like, Scotland is. It literally is a whole nother country, but yet it's not. It's somehow a country and not a country at the same time.
Yeah, but I live on the Great Lakes. We literally have lakes that are larger than the entire country of Scotland.
I know. America is huge. The Great Lakes are huge. They're bigger than some states.
Yep. I had to look it up. That one of my friends in the UK was trying to get a perspective for it. He was reading something about the Great Lakes and he couldn't really get a grasp on how big they were. And I looked it up, and yeah, the surface area of Lake Superior is about the same square miles as the surface of Scotland.
Scotland is that big?
Yeah, it's about the size of Lake Superior.
I
England would
thought
be in
Scotland
every.
was smaller.
Yeah, England would be an average-sized Midwest state. England is about the size of Wisconsin or Minnesota. Stop the stupidity, says, congratulations on getting the permit, Commander.
Oh, thanks. I am so relieved. There's like a 1,000,000% decrease in anxiety.
Yeah, that you can stay there, that they're not going to try to send you out of the country. So it gives you
Yeah, if I had to go back, it would be like no place to stay. I'm never getting another trucking job probably again because I need to see a shrink to renew my license, my CDL.
Mhm.
And then that renewal is like in 2 months, which basically means it would not happen. The license would get downgraded. And you get the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the original source was, but Vice Rhino mentioned on one of his shows that apparently there were some U.S. citizens that went to Canada, and when they tried to come back, they would not let them back in the country. I forget the official reason they stated, but basically it was because they were trans. So even though they were
Well,
U.S.
I don't
citizens,
think they'd
they
let
would
me
not
back
let them,
in then.
yeah, they would not let them re-enter the U.S. because of Trump's screwed up border guards. So that's kind of a sobering thought.
The United States is an insane country.
Well, we've got an insane leader, so until we can change the people in charge of the government, yeah.
Well, you just take a toddler with a temper tantrum and shitting his diaper all the time, and then combine that with Joffrey from Game of Thrones, and basically have Trump.
Yeah.
I never watched Game of Thrones.
Neither did I.
I wouldn't recommend it now. Not with how it ended.
That's what I've heard from everybody, that with the way it ended, I'm glad that I did not spend my time on it.
The first few seasons were really good, but they could not stick that ending.
I'm just interested. So those people who were American citizens who were not let back in because they were trans, how is Canada handling that?
It's a good question.
Well, I'm betting that Canada has, I can't think of the right term now, but that Canada probably granted them some kind of sanctuary. Because there was also the case of that guy that rode his kayak across a border river into Canada, and when he got to the other side, he pulled his boat up on the shore, and he walked a while and went into a Tim Hortons until a police officer came in and he surrendered himself. And Canada's, when he got a hearing before a judge, the judge basically said that they really, didn't have an answer to how to handle this. So Canada's solution was, here, we'll give you a 2-year permit to stay here while we figure this out. So his case is still kind of being sorted out by their immigration up there, but he's allowed to stay there for up to 2 years while they figure it out. So I expect they probably would have done the same sort of thing for people who were U.S. citizens who couldn't get back in the country. Oh, yep. I'm still trying to figure out some way to get Canada to just annex the upper Midwest and just get us all out of this mess. Invade us, please. We won't resist.
I tried getting into annex Florida, but they said no. You keep that.
Yeah, well, that's a bit of a hard sell, yeah. But I mean,
Florida
Minnesota,
is the schlong of America.
yeah. But Minnesota, we're already Canada Junior. We've got Minnesota nice. Okay, maybe we don't apologize for everything, but we could fit in easily enough. I had often thought that since we already have a New Mexico, we should have just renamed Minnesota to be New Canada.
There is a small town just like south of Buffalo that is New Ontario. At least I've read a sign that said that.
Yeah, there's also a town that's kind of just outside what you would call suburbs of Minneapolis, called Little Canada. So yeah, we've got references for it.
You know what they could do? If they could just like what Trump did to Maduro, they could just do that to Trump, and there would be much rejoicing around the world.
Yeah, well, Canada is also an example of how Trump has done irreparable damage to the U.S. because with his tariffs, he just made things too expensive. So a lot of stuff that Canada used to buy from us, they're now getting from other sources.
Yeah, and his illegal offensive war is going to be driving up gas prices now. Even if he stopped like today, we'd still be looking at gas price hikes for at least another 2 months.
Oh, we already have. Since the first attack on Iran, the gas prices here have jumped almost 50 cents a gallon.
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
Yeah, they're talking
Three
about the
ships
possibility
got
of us. Go ahead, Commander.
I'm sorry, I have that delay thing.
Yep.
Three
I
ships
do.
got hit in the Straits of Hormuz.
Yeah, I saw that earlier
Mhm.
this morning that some cargo ships got hit.
Yeah, that Straits of Hormuz being cut off is what's going to be driving up a lot of the gas price issues.
Yep,
Oh.
a lot of the tankers. There's Jenny. Hi, I was wondering about you.
How's it going?
How you doing, girl?
Oh, Mage, what about the plan?
You didn't give me a chance.
Oh, well, I didn't put me on stage. You didn't give me a chance. God darn. Let's try it again.
Who has a Geiger counter?
Oh. Well,
and you just ruined the chance. Never tell the punchline of a joke. You see, because then it ruins the joke. Oh well.
sorry, Jenny. I clicked you in. I didn't know that Mage had something set up with you.
We were going to do a funny. I was coming from radiation, so Mage was going to introduce me with a Geiger counter, making Geiger counter noise to.
Yep.
So, fuck it. Maybe
Yeah, well,
another day,
I figured that's where that was going. Yeah, I thought maybe you were just exhausted from your treatment and weren't going to make it today.
No, I'm just exhausted from being in the same fucking room for the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, turn off the light. Let's watch Jenny glow.
She's radiant.
Yep.
No, Minnesota was never part of Canada. Although I keep joking about them annexing Canada because apparently that had been their plan at one point. There were some declassified documents from Canada in the 1980s that had said that if the U.S. ever did any hostile actions against Canada, their plan was to send a bunch of tanks down to capture St. Paul and annex Minnesota. That had been their actual military response plan, apparently, for, like 50 years at that point.
Well, that could still happen. There's very interesting goings-ons in the Middle East.
Yep. Well, you know what? I'm hoping
They would
for
be
it.
welcome.
Trump really fucked up this time.
Yeah, but he's fucked up so many times, and he still gets away without anybody doing anything about it.
This is not in his control. There's those who say that he has mangled the invasion of Iraq or Iran, whoever it is.
Iran.
That they really have the upper hand right now and pretty much clean out the whole Mideast if they want.
Yep. They basically attacking all of our bases in the area.
They already have.
Mhm.
Yep.
And they've wiped out
Who
our.
would have thought?
They've already pretty much made it, as people are saying, they've made us deaf because none of our radar is functioning anymore.
Yeah.
Yep, they took out our radar.
Well, and also how many other countries this is fucking up. As we were just talking about that they attacked 3 cargo ships going through the straits there. And there's a whole bunch of oil tankers sitting at anchor just out of range because the companies don't want to risk sending the oil tankers through and getting them blown up. So he has cut off 40% of the oil that would normally go to Europe. So he is driving up the fuel prices in countries all over Europe.
So are we great yet?
No, but I love winning.
No, this is too much winning. We need to stop winning.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who would have thought you just say, I'm going to go and bomb someplace and you didn't expect any fucking response? You didn't notice all those tons and tons and tons of drones they were selling to Russia and ask what would happen if all that shit was somehow aimed at American stuff. Well,
Yeah.
now the entire Middle East is exploding.
Okay, and again, for this, I do not see any way. I know the cabinet is people he personally picked out, but, how can they not consider this grounds for removing him from office? He is literally committing war crimes with no plan in sight. That's clearly showing how unstable he is, and he just needs to be removed from office.
And for those who want to buy into the whole, Iran's going to get a nuke anytime soon now.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year.
They have the
2018,
the stored up knowledge to make a bomb very quickly if they wanted to.
Iran is
2015,
weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from
2012.
being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb.
Iran is gearing up to
2006.
produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade.
Iran will be capable of producing alone, without importing anything, nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
Once Saddam has nuclear weapons, the terror network will have nuclear weapons. Next thing you'll see is a nuclear bomb in the World Trade Center. If you take out Saddam's regime, I guarantee you that it will have enormous positive reverberations on the region.
If not stopped.
Benjamin, what a Yahoo!
That last one was 1995. So yeah, it's been going. This has been in. We're going to get Iran's going to get a nuke anytime now for 31 years.
Yep, and we have to have the Second Amendment so we can take care of get rid of a tyrannical government.
It sounds. Sorry. It sounds like Iran's nuclear bomb program is being run by Elon Musk. That yeah, we're going to have it fully functional next year.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, he was supposed to have the robot taxis already done by 2017 or 18.
Yeah, fully self-driving by 2017.
Oh yeah.
Between him and Trump, nothing will get done and no one will get paid for it.
Yep.
Except them.
Yeah.
And you
God almighty,
remember?
I'm so glad I'm done.
You remember Musk's, revolutionary Cybertruck that was just going to totally change the transportation industry?
Well, it did. You have to dodge all these broken down Cybertrucks everywhere.
Speaking of Cybertrucks, I saw a listing for one that somebody's trying to sell locally. And I mean, the thing looks like shit. I mean, the body it looks like this thing has been just, left out in the weather for way too long. And they were asking like $89,000 for it.
89,000.
Yeah, for a used Cybertruck that looks like crap.
Well, yeah. I'm looking at
At that price, I will never own a Cybertruck, and I will be happy.
eBay. I'm looking at eBay right now. Let's see. Cybertruck, and all I get are accessories.
So are the listings for accessories the parts that fell off that people picked up on the highway?
No, these are things like hubcaps. Ooh, for only $29.99 for 4 plastic hubcaps, and an organizer tray. Oh, a Hot Wheels Cybertruck. A 20-inch spare rim, no tire, just the rim. What else we got here? Oh, paint protection film pre-cut wrap for $1,500 in a variety of colors.
Yeah, actually, it was a bit over 89,000. It was, like $89,642 or some weird amount like that.
Now let's see here. A cup holder for $20, and that's pretty much it. It's just repeats of the same thing over and over. Total garbage. Oh, here's a good one. A flatbed truck with a Cybertruck on it for the cargo.
Hello.
Emergency door relief handle. Glow in the dark left, right. I guess that's so you don't burn to death in the car. Ooh, here you can get a paint wrap for your Tesla, in pink. Who's chewing?
Someone's eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no Cybertrucks for sale. I guess that's against the Briars agreement, hey?
Maybe no one bothered to even just like try to resell it. Maybe they just threw it all to the dump.
Yeah, well, I certainly wouldn't buy one.
I
No, with the
wouldn't have one if
reputation
you
they
gave
have,
it to me.
Hey, back.
with the reputation they have, I can't even see who would buy them.
Hey, Beck. How's your situation down there with all the tornadoes? Are you guys okay? They've had a rash of tornadoes, folks. In case you weren't watching the weather. I guess it's pretty bad down right now.
By the way, Jenny,
Yeah,
did you get my message
I don't know. Did I?
in Twitter? Commander got her license to stay in the Netherlands. Finally.
Oh, I haven't been to Twitter yet. I'll go and check it out after the show.
Yeah, you were
Go
one of the
check it
first
out.
I messaged.
Do you want me to check on it now or?
No. It's just so you know it.
Athena, come on up.
Everything is finally okay here.
Come on up, Athena.
I will check it out.
Come on, kitty. Sorry, I did not mean to blow the harmonica in there. It's just you were taking a while to bring me.
Here we are. I found the listing.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So yeah, he's trying to sell this thing for 89,000 something.
Very Mad Max.
Is he high?
Yeah.
Must be.
How many miles on it?
Sure, does it
P51
even
wrap.
say?
P51 never had a mouth like that. That was the P47.
Aren't cars supposed to look like that after about a decade of not being treated well?
Oh, it's got holes in the sides like a Buick.
Yep. 23,000 miles.
Yeah, it's got holes up in the front like a Buick.
You know that they're totally illegal in Europe?
Yep.
Oh.
You know, if I had a Cybertruck, I would decorate it like that. That's totally trashy. Exactly what the vehicle needs.
Yep. Apparently, this one has the full self-driving function.
No, they don't. I know
It's not
Tesla will
full
say they
self.
will.
Yeah.
Self-driving
Sorry, go
in
ahead.
quote.
Well, it says full self-driving, and then in parentheses it says supervised.
Yeah.
It's not full self-driving. It's a unique feature where if you ever feel like you've spent too much money on a vehicle and you want to end it all, just press the button and it will handle it.
Yeah, it's full self-crashing.
Oh, Porpoise, I didn't realize you were here. You're covered over by that stuff in the corner that purple won't move.
Didn't you hear me playing the harmonica?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
My brain is scattered. Are you okay weather-wise down there?
When I went into work this morning, we were in a severe thunderstorm. Got in, saw there was I looked at my phone, saw there was a tornado watch. But I think the tornado's hit north of us. So got in, it's like, okay, I'm not staying in my car if there's a tornado watch, just in case it comes some kind of tornado warning. I'm going to go inside the building.
Yeah. I presume Becca's okay because they're here online. I wonder how Kyle is doing.
And yeah, the tornado watch didn't last very long.
Yeah, Beck says we're fine, just windy around here. and a constant rain going.
Yeah, it's drizzling here.
We had a snowstorm. It was actually
Yeah.
a storm.
Yeah, same here. That winter tried to give us one final punch last night. That
And now the sun came out and it's all gone.
Yep. Yeah, that it was like yesterday afternoon going into evening. It was freezing rain that turned into snow, and yeah, it was enough snow that it was going to be a bitch to scrape off the car windows this morning. But so I gave up on scraping off the windows, and I just walked to my therapy appointment this morning. So, I figured I needed the exercise, so you should be proud of me that I walked there.
What, you didn't drive to work to be heckled by 6 different crowds of teenagers?
Why would I get heckled by teenagers?
Because they're teenagers.
Oh. No, but I just walked to my appointment, and I'll tell you, it was exhausting to, have to walk all the way over to the computer and set up my camera. I really like that I can do my therapy online because...
Athena, if you're going to show yourself. She's artfully avoided showing herself this time, so maybe she's learned. Oh, you showed yourself. Now you have to be on camera for a little bit. Those are the rules.
I just was on the camera for a little bit. A very little bit.
Were you putting your butt in my face, Jenny?
I'm sorry?
I'm talking to my cat.
Oh.
Well, I suppose she could if you want her to.
No, I don't need it.
I think I actually used to have hair like that in the picture. And now it's all gone. Oh, but
well, there you go. Since I happen to have my camera set up, I won't be on camera, but Ethan will be.
He looks sleepy.
Yeah, well, he just finished cleaning himself, so now he's exhausted.
And I'm sorry for picking you up, Athena. I know you don't like it.
So yeah, Ethan has just parked himself on my leg, and he's decided it's nap time now. I fed him just before the stream started too, so he's gotta sleep off his breakfast. So yeah, and this is what I mean. I didn't have a chance to feed him before my therapy, and so I was actually like 3 hours late giving him his breakfast, and no complaints from him.
Can I please have a job where I don't have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning? I know some of you won't evoke sympathy, but I'm getting sick of it.
No. Having to wake up at 5:30 in the morning definitely gets sympathy from me.
Yeah, same here.
On the other hand, I get great holidays, so...
Yeah, well, you do get a lot of holidays, and you do get all that time off in the summer.
Well, it's even worse with this time change.
Yeah, I had forgotten about that and didn't realize that Sunday morning that I got an hour less sleep than I thought I had.
I bet that's why I have not been getting much sleep. The time change screwed things up.
Yep. Ethan. Hi. Any chance you're going to look at the camera so they can see your face?
Say maybe.
Kitty.
Yeah. I already have the prospect of getting another cat. I was not Not planning on getting another one, especially not so soon, but
I think you should get a dog.
no, not in this small apartment. It wouldn't be fair.
It depends on the type of dog.
I was gonna say it depends on the type of dog.
Yeah, but that's
dog.
That's actually the situation that Molly knows of somebody who has a cat, that their roommate has a dog, and the dog is constantly harassing the cat. So the cat is just stressed out all the time. So I am considering if, maybe I can give her a home, so at least she's, not being harassed every day.
You get a really big dog that'll be afraid of the cat.
I think we lost her.
Device not connected.
I can't. Oh, I mean that happens sometimes. I can't believe.
I was trying to just shut off the camera, and it shut off both the camera and the mic.
I can't believe. A couple nights ago, it's like I hear this meow, and then I just hear Athena like attacking something, and then I like go. I'm in another room, so go out and it's like Athena's jumping at the window, and there's another cat trying to attack her back.
There, for you guys who got a big enough screen, can you see my new avatar with the gay Air Force?
Let's put you in solo mode there. There you go. Yep. Yeah, with the trans flag for the engine exhaust.
I mean, puppies are really cute, but I'm not sure I want a puppy forever dog.
But it's not the engine exhaust. It's the it's that effect you get when a plane is going past at high speed and the wind is coming off it in such a direction that because of whatever given temperature and air density and humidity you have at the time, it can throw off those cones of clouds. You see planes breaking the
vapor barrier.
The sound barrier, and they make this cone of clouds around them. That's what effect was happening here. Like you can see, where there's no color.
Yeah.
The engine exhaust contributes to that cloud structure, and when I adjust it in editing, I change saturation and the tint from neutral to warm. The spectrum comes out, and so that's not. I didn't add anything. I just brought out what was already there. So it's positive proof that the Air Force is gay or trans, whichever you prefer. There is yellow, green, and stuff in there if you look close enough, actually.
Well, I'm sure that after you publish that plane has been kicked out of the military.
Yeah, so it's more of a pride flag.
Someday we'll find it. The rainbow connection.
Yeah, what are you up to?
Yeah.
I think you want my attention, Athena.
Very cool, Jenny.
And are you trying to bully me into taking a nap again?
I started writing some stuff.
Oh.
I'm assuming we're going to hear more. So, what were you writing?
Anybody? Well, only if anybody's interested in hearing it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's about death and stuff. What else is on my mind?
Yeah. Well, it's been on my mind too. Go ahead.
Well, no, let's hear what the chat has to say. That I don't care about you guys.
Well, I'm dealing with death here myself.
Well, I spent most of my afternoon trying to tell like 60 different teenagers that yes, there are times when you see something that 1 + 1 = 1, that there is a type of math where that is correct.
Really?
In Boolean algebra, the plus sign means or.
Ah.
So
In
1 or 1 is 1.
Boolean algebra?
It underlies all electronics and it's used in computer science as well.
Oh. Okay, I'll just have to accept that, I guess.
I think Purple's played around with electronics and probably has some familiarity
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, I remember that much from the computer programming. The and, or, and XOR.
Oh, you ready? Here we go. The title is, or first line, however you want to look at it. 3 months or less, 12 months or less with chemo. Damn. That kind of says it, eh? No babies, no what ifs, no how about. That's it. I'm dead. It's already been 1 month, and I'm opting for the chemo. It better damn well buy me some time. Apparently, this isn't one of the named cancers like breast cancer, bladder cancer, ovarian cancer, etc. This name is generic. Large cell neuroendocrine carcinoma. A fairly rare bird, as I understand it, and sadly, even more rare to cure. In fact, the doctor said right off, it's terminal. Who am I to argue with a specialist with a head of gray hair? I sure do wish he was wrong, especially the part explaining it's everywhere anybody wants to. I'm sorry, that's a horrible sentence. I gotta change it. As quickly as it wants to go, and it doesn't let up. He says my main area invasion is my bones, so it appears that I have cancer in my bones, which the doctor mentions that that is the most painful form of cancer one can develop. Just what I needed to hear. I must say that to this point, I agree with the doctor. I may not know exactly what other cancers feel like to experience, but I sure know that this bone cancer is excruciating at the very least and indescribable at the very most. To make it worse, it is mostly affecting my thoracic vertebrae T1 through T3, but also tickling C7. All vertebrae are numbered and named from top to bottom. Cervical vertebrae, neck are named C1 through C7. Thoracic, main body and chest are named T1 through T12. And the lumbar vertebrae, lower back, are named T1 or L1 through L5. The reason this matters is because the procedure to lessen pain of cementing the weak parts of the vertebrae to help strengthen them is not one that this facility is willing to do because of the proximity to the next vertebrae and the possibility of quadriplegic paralysis. Something about first do no harm. So I get to live in pain. One can consume only so much opioids until the other opioids battle I face is about pain relief versus cognition. At my current level of pain, the staff can easily give me enough morphine and oxycodone to knock the pain down. The counter effect is that I become a babbling, drooling junkie. Not something I'm willing to live with. I believe the day will come that my willingness to trade some pain while retaining my mental abilities will change, and I will become the loser in the pain present, the pain/presence balancing point war. I hope that day is far enough away that I can finish whatever it is I'm writing here, but maybe even and maybe even experience the 250th anniversary of this nation's beginnings. I may not be able to celebrate that for other reasons that are orange in color. And that's as far as I got. And boy, does it need editing. That was my first read through. There's only a few paragraphs.
Yep. You said it was through which vertebrae?
It's primarily Let's see, I gotta look it up. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's in your little thing.
T1 through T3.
So these three here.
Which is right next to C7.
So just before your neck starts, basically.
Oh, I see the picture. Yeah, exactly. And I can see it on a side view that they got, and there's a big fucking hole in it. And the whole vertebrae, the two surfaces are supposed to be fairly parallel of the vertebrae, and it is clearly collapsed on the inside part that points to your guts and stuff, and kind of developing a wedge shape. So it's squeezed on a bunch of nerves that are coming out of it, and that's where all the pain I feel in my back and in my lumbar area and my chest and my arm and my leg.
That would definitely do it.
And everything else.
Yeah.
And
this is another case that I wonder if the doctors had taken your complaints of pain more seriously. If they could have run a scan and detected it sooner.
No, we worked out all that. We talked about that at length, actually, and that I had my back was first injured in 1975 when a patient beat me up, and I spent 6 weeks in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, I've had back problems that would show up every once in a while, and painful lumbar stuff, and pain similar to what I'm having now in my shoulder blades. And, it was always musculoskeletal. I could go to my friend, the chiropractor, and he'd crack, and I'd feel great. And everything's happy. And he said that we would have had to caught this maybe 5 to 10 years ago, and known what we were looking for. He says this wouldn't have shown up in any kind of just generalized test. You would have to be scanning specifically for this form of cancer. For contrast materials and blah, blah, blah. And he says it's just, and even if you felt that, you would have felt, I got some kind of serious back problem.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have thought cancer. They didn't even think cancer on me now until they started looking around and saw that I was having pains and difficulties in other areas. And they look back in my records and they see that I had a spot over here on this lung, and I had a spot over here on this thyroid, and just all this accumulation of things that were just spots in testing that are really altogether this cancer. Like I said, this cancer doesn't have its own name because it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
And you have to know that's what you're looking for.
Okay, so it wouldn't have shown up on any routine scans.
No, it wouldn't. I was fucked the day the first cell mutated.
Well, just remember, life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. For about your sin, and give the audience a grin. Enjoy it. It's your last chance anyhow.
That's true. That's true as all hell.
So
I've been trying.
Sloth Girl loved that song during her last year.
I've been trying to come up with that final line to say to people before I go away, and I'm just not coming up with a good one yet. I'm working on it though.
Yeah, that's from the Monty Python musical.
Life of Brian.
Yeah, Life of Brian. I was having trouble pulling up the title.
One of my favorites, by the way.
Yep. Yeah, but they did it as a stage production.
Well, the Monty Python musical is called Spamalot, but the song is from The Life of Brian, not the musical.
Yeah. So always look on the bright side of life or bright side of death.
Because it's the end of credits.
Always look on the bright side of life.
All right, so as long as you don't want anything like your ashes spread over the solid bar at Ponderosa.
I always hated that movie, because of the name of it, because of its title.
The Life of Brian?
Yeah, the title is my dead name.
Oh.
And I always hated it because it was my dead name. How about that? You just got a worldwide reveal here.
Yeah.
Purple. I've never said that publicly before.
Yeah. So back on the lighter side, Molly took this. This is probably the best picture of Sammy and Ethan together. That's Sammy in front and Ethan behind him.
They look like brothers.
Yeah, and well,
Hey,
this
Jenny.
may be the only picture that both of them were actually facing the camera. You know, I tried so many times and I could never get a shot that they were both looking at the camera.
Well, I mean, cats will do what they want to do.
Right.
It's like when it's like Athena has showed up in some of my clapper videos. It's not because I'm trying to get her there. It's because that's where she is. And if she's in the frame when I like film a video, it's like, okay, I'm just keeping that in because cat.
Yeah, and this is why I was saying that I built a foot wide shelving unit, you know, right up against the living room window. And I put those chair cushions up there so that they could lay up there and just look out the window.
I mean, at least Sammy Sam looks comfy.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan looks a little annoyed, though.
Well, Ethan is annoyed because Sammy's son was too close. So I don't know. You know, it was also very unusual for them to both be on the same cushion because I had a set of cushions and you see right behind them that kind of fuzzy thing is a cat bed. So there was a cushion and a cat bed on each end of the window so that they could be, you know, like 5 feet apart and didn't have to acknowledge each other.
So naturally, they didn't use. So naturally, they didn't use the cat bed.
Yeah.
Molly's dreaming right now. You see her twitching in her sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've never seen Athena dream. I'm sure she does, but a lot of the cats I've had actually act out what they're doing in their sleep. Which apparently I do too, but not to the same extent. At least the one good thing about like moving in my sleep means I'll never experience sleep paralysis.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the mom cat carrying one of her kittens right up the wall.
Old photo, but I like it.
And we've lost Jenny now.
No, she's here. Yeah. See?
Oh, there she is now. Okay.
Avatar. I'll be back in the correct avatar.
Okay.
I switched to my iPad, and I didn't know I could get it to run, but now I do.
Yep. It was. Oh, okay. It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh my God.
You know, I still have to wonder how that Zeppelin got in this mad scientist laboratory.
Yeah, but I like Zeppelin, so I wasn't going to question it.
Is it made of lead?
No, what's a Zeppelin? Besides, that lead is spelled LED, so I'm assuming they mean light-emitting diode Zeppelin.
Ooh, so that's what it is. I never caught that. Yeah.
What? That it's
So that it's a Zeppelin made of diodes.
I assume maybe it's just correct. They actually do mean the metal, but it's like that's not how it's spelled.
Yep. Okay, yeah, but now you've got me wanting to actually build a Zeppelin made out of different color LEDs.
Well, I mean, you still have to have the rigid airframe. That's what makes it a Zeppelin.
Yeah. But
And
I
I'm
mean,
pretty-
wouldn't that be
Had a
cool that you
blimp.
could run all sorts of light shows across it?
Don't we have blimp? I mean,
They had
C401. C401 was about to say that. Is what I was saying.
They had a blimp that was covered in LEDs and also in all sorts of lights.
Yeah, well, the Goodyear blimps, had those advertising signs on them. I remember that they always used to fly those over the Super Bowls with ads.
Wait, you mean the Goodyear blimp isn't like an advertising thing in and of itself?
Oh, it is, but they were selling advertising space on it to other companies. Just to help pay the operating cost of those things, because, maintaining them was really hideously expensive. I don't know if they've still got any flying.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they do.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's more than one, too. I mean,
Yeah, no, I think that Goodyear had 3 of them.
I mean, but they're not very useful as like aerial vehicles. Planes are so much faster.
Yeah, and the blimps, the main problem blimps had is that their operations were rather subject to the weathers. That they learned not to fly them in thunderstorms.
Oh, that worked very well for the Hindenburg wasn't in a thunderstorm, but the fact that there were thunderstorms in the area probably contributed to what caused it to catch fire.
Yeah, well, lightning strikes could do very bad things to blimps.
Hydrogen was also a big part of it. The
Yeah.
U.S. embargoed Germany for helium goods, so they just said, we're going to fill with hydrogen, and that worked out great.
Oh, I think they're actually
And then the skin on it was related to thermite, too.
Yep.
Oh, Kyle's here. Hi, Kyle. Oh, and I didn't see Molly either. Hi, Molly.
I think they're actually trying to bring Zeppelins back as like air cargo ships, but they're not using hydrogen for obvious reasons.
Weather?
Yeah,
How's weather
helium
like?
is not nearly as explosive.
Yeah, it was filled with hydrogen, caught fire. I was trying to dock.
That Jenny was saying.
So they used aluminum powder and they used iron oxide in the paint.
What Jenny was saying, I think, was correct. They're still vulnerable to weather.
Yep.
But if you have, I was gonna say, if you have fairly like, you can like predict good weather for a long enough period. A blimp probably would be more economical way to travel by air than a cargo jet.
Well, I don't know. I get around pretty well, and people call me a blimp. But I'm bummed.
Okay, yep. Goodyear still has 3 semi-rigid airships based out of Ohio, California, and Florida.
And I think for aerial
South Florida. In all likelihood, Cary Airport, which was basically the tornado capital of Broward County when I was there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Florida gets more. Florida gets more tornadoes per square mile than any other state.
Yep.
But they don't get the most tornadoes.
Yeah, the last traditional non-rigid blimp was retired in 2017. But they were now replaced with semi-rigid ones.
Thereby proving that the blimp is just a man, a middle-aged man.
Yep, it needs Viagra now to get it up. There are approximately 25 blimps existing worldwide.
Oh,
They
yes,
keep
but-
fucking around with technology, and I don't know if what we're seeing are good Photoshop works, or what, because the images I'm thinking of happened way before AI was a thing.
Generative AI, anyway.
They've come out with various designs for blimps and stuff that can lift tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff at a time, and are real oddly shaped, with all kinds of different motors and stuff on them. So I don't know if they're true or not, but the things say that they are.
Yeah, that had always been, what was supposed to be one of their big applications was to lift heavy cargo into inaccessible areas where they couldn't get trucks.
Okay,
Is that a blimp hanging over your head?
No, that's a Zeppelin.
Oh, okay.
So Saab not only made models for the supersonic cryo-wind tunnel, they were in charge of making all the models at NASA Langley. And there were some models of airships. Big ones for cargo and stuff.
The airships always
They
seem
are
cool,
real.
and they always catch the imagination. Mostly, I think a lot of it has to do with, it's just people are amazed that something that big can fly and hover.
Hey, I got a cool thing that's happening.
Oh, what's that?
On St. Patrick's Day, one of the CNAs here is going to bring me a St. Patrick's Day dinner.
Oh.
With her mom's corned beef and real Irish soda bread and
yep,
all that kind of good stuff. I can't wait. I haven't had a proper Irish dinner in decades.
Yeah, the traditional corned beef and cabbage and potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
And cabbage, don't forget cabbage. Ooh,
I'm taking it you don't like corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of the most numbing meals on earth.
I think that was a question for me. No, I hate it.
Yep.
Really?
I miss having it at least occasionally.
It's okay. I could eat it, but it's not exactly my choice.
Well, it's not something I could have every week, but a couple times a year.
There was this restaurant in the Milwaukee area. It's actually 30 miles away. That had all you can eat St. Patrick's Day buffet. Just all you can eat corned beef. Can you imagine that? It was so fucking good. I came out of there barely walking.
I tend to prefer lamb.
Oh.
I should check the Irish pub here. They've got to have some kind of special like that for St. Patrick's Day. For Lent, they had an all-you-can-eat fish fry, and Slothgirl and I used to go to that.
What is it with the Midwestern fish fries?
Catholics.
If you live on the Great Lakes, you got a lot of fish.
Yeah, I don't live on the Great Lakes.
It's the Catholic density. Up here in Minnesota, there's hardly any fish fries, but down in Milwaukee, where tons of Catholics.
Yeah.
Established homes, tons. You can't go a block without finding a fish fry.
We used to get a lot of fish fries here.
Did you know that's where McDonald's filet-o-fish sandwich came from? that McDonald's realized that they had a noticeable drop in sales during Lent. So they had to come up with a menu item that the Catholics would eat on Fridays during Lent.
Oh, is that how Long John Silver stays in business?
That would explain it.
Long John
I mean,
Silver. Have I ever had anything with Long John Silver's?
Well, I wish Long John Silver stayed in business. Technically, there
oh,
was
it's still in
one.
business.
There was one Long John Silver's in the whole state of Minnesota, and that's in Mall of America. You
That's
know,
not-
and just the only reason I could ever get myself to go to Mall of America is when the Lego store would have something really special.
I'd like to go there. I kind of miss being able to walk around the mall.
So the next time you come, if you ever come to Terre Haute again, I'm taking you to Long John Silver's.
Yeah, when I went to the Ark Encounter protest with Lavender Lady,
John Silver to me.
I found out they had Long John Silver still in Kentucky, so I was able to get it for lunch there one day.
We have 2 here in Terre Haute, possibly 3.
Yeah.
There is a Long John Silver's in Iowa, and one in what appears to be Minneapolis. Damn.
Am I the only one who thinks that Long John Silver sounds like a porn star name?
Probably
Yes.
was. No,
I just
think
want there to be a Popeyes accessible from here before I die, because I want 2 orders of Popeyes red beans and rice.
Oh.
And 4 biscuits. Oh baby, I'll pick out for an entire day on that.
They don't have one down by you?
No, I was shocked. I thought La Crosse would at least have one.
Yeah, because there's one here in St. Cloud, and I know there's a couple of them in Minneapolis.
And there's, I believe, one in Rochester. And that's it.
The place I miss is the Skipper's Seafood and Chowder House, because they always had all-you-could-eat fish.
Hey Siri, where's the closest Popeyes to me?
Probably on Cartoon Network. Okay, no one. Sorry, that was
It's
bad.
almost like trying to find Panda Express in New York or New York State or Pennsylvania. It simply doesn't exist. It only exists in New York City, Buffalo, and Philly.
Where's the Popeyes restaurant in Minnesota?
But remember, the trade-off for living in Pennsylvania is that you get really good hoagies. The subs here are lackluster. No one knows how to make the bread.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Popeyes that they're looking at Minneapolis. It doesn't show one in St. Cloud, and nor Rochester. That's sad.
We've got one here. It was just built a couple of years ago.
There is a sacred mission. Anyone who can get Popeyes and deliver it to Jenny, there will be community accolades.
We're not giving you any money, but we'll give you kudos.
Yeah, DoorDash has this thing that they don't like to deliver to any place more than 50 miles away. The other one is I liked Arthur Tree Chews, and there's none of those around here anymore.
Well, I think that just entirely went out of business.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's been a number of years. When I lived in New York, there was still one in one of the suburbs of Syracuse.
So I think Arthur.
Amber had to go home.
Oh,
Family emergency. She was stuck with me for 3 hours.
oh no.
I know. You need anything right now?
I'm just looking for a Popeye's restaurant.
A what?
A Popeye's restaurant. You remember them in Popeyes?
I think the closest one is the Dells, isn't it?
I don't know how close that is. There's some in Minneapolis.
Minneapolis is 2.5 hours from here.
Okay. Well, that's not as close as the Dells, I don't think, is it?
No, Dells is like an hour or less. West Salem, it's 45, so yeah, probably like a little under an hour.
And of course, the closest Popeyes to me is a 35-minute drive, 20 miles away. Like everything around here.
You're as much of a viewer as everybody else.
I don't even like Popeye's chicken that much.
think
No, would you like to meet
the only hope
Do you want me to?
of getting Popeyes
well, we
here
do
would probably be to go to the airport.
Okay. Hey, folks. My nurse is in the room and standing next to me watching. This is Purple.
Okay.
That's Mage.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's Steve.
Hello.
Also known as Commander.
Hello, everyone.
That's Sir Ned.
Okay.
Ned's in Netherlands.
Oh, wow.
There's
Yeah.
Corporate,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess that's me.
Oh, very nice to meet you.
That's why it's called the Netherlands.
Nice to meet you,
because
Ted.
it's where Ned lives.
There, see, that's me.
Yeah, Ned.
Oh.
Ned, you know.
It's named after him.
So has the Netherlands finally decided to
Can we shut that?
No, it's
just build the Donald Trump Memorial windmill?
Will you just let me
Yeah,
know?
drive to Minneapolis and get me some red beans and rice for Popeyes.
All right.
Or better yet,
Hours then, right?
It's like a gelatin or a popsicle or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to hold me over until dinner.
the Trump Epstein Memorial windmill.
Yeah.
Okay. I found an article that as of 2025, there were still 3 Arthur Treacher's locations, and they're all in Ohio.
So,
and that's definitely not a good enough reason to go to Ohio.
Listen, I'm pretty sure Ohio is like imaginary numbers. They're not real.
Jinx, I had a beaver burger once, but it had nothing to do with fish.
Ohio is definitely, unfortunately, real because, it is 3 to 4 hours of sheer boredom anytime I have to drive east.
Oh, no. It exists. I'm just saying it's not real. Just like the square root of -1 exists.
Okay.
There are some good truck stops to stop at. I suggest either. God, I'm trying to remember. It's just on the border of Pennsylvania. And as you're headed towards Pittsburgh, if you get off, there's like this, it's almost like a castle thingy. You get off at that exit, and then there's this little truck stop that has the best food in the whole wide world, and you'll get something you should pay $30 for like 12. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Well, there's going with what James was saying here
I think you'll have it once
about the beaver burger.
it melts. You're good?
That
It'll be gone before that.
Yeah, for Catholics during Lent, the last pope went through and found some passage in the Bible that said that, all things that swim were fish, and by that definition declared that for the sake of Catholics in Lent, a capybara was a fish.
Hi, Robin.
So that Catholics in South America could eat capybara.
For those who don't know, capybara are those things that they keep at the sideshow carnival where they say, see the rat locked
Yep.
in his steel cage for protection, but happy parrot.
Yeah, the
So-
capybara is the world's largest rodent
Okay.
and gets to be something like 50 or 60 pounds.
So capybara is a fish, and these are
Yep.
the people that say gay is bad.
Yeah, according to the Pope, the capybara is a fish. Yeah,
And the Pope is an expert.
well, he said he studied the Bible and he found it, so, you know.
Kill the Pope.
He found the capybara in the Bible. Oh, that's
Well, the Bible said that any animal that swims is a fish. Of course, at the same time, a lobster swims and is not a fish.
God, those things are so cute.
Yep.
I would love to have one for a pet.
Yeah, and they are just incredibly chill.
Well, you can get something close to one for a pet, or you.
What?
And that's called the guinea pig.
They have Republicans that small?
I don't think Republicans make very good pets. They're hard to housebreak.
No, but they
Okay.
are rodents.
So
Vermin.
is this for Lent? I've got a couple of them in stew pot.
No, capybaras just like to lounge in water.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, the caiman of South America, I supposedly I've heard, won't eat them.
Yeah, which I found really strange that the caiman, the gators down there don't attack them. And basically, when they're at full size, they seem to have no natural predators. It's only the smaller ones, the small young ones that get picked off.
I've eaten one. They look like they got a lot of good meat on them. They're kind of dog size, you know?
Okay, apparently Robin Webster is also a fish.
Blub, 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 blub.
Hey, I'm a mammal. I don't care what the Catholic Church says.
Well, whales are mammals too, but whales are also fish.
Who says?
They can eat people that can live for weeks in their stomachs. Absolutely.
Well, you know, I claim that that's the solution to one of the problems with the Ark stories. That the great whales acted as Ubers to get all the animals from all the other continents to and from the Ark.
That must be some.
But
Absolutely makes sense. Not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how do you think all
But
the animals from the Americas got there?
yeah, and according to Kent Hovind, when the Ark landed on Mount Ararat, there was a meteorite strike and that blasted the koalas and all the kangaroos down to Australia.
Was it a meteor? I thought it was a volcano that launched them.
Oh, it was a volcano. I'm sorry.
Yep.
You know, every time I hear the phrase according to Kent Hovind, I immediately know whatever is going to come after it is going to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's normal.
We should have a contest.
There only comes abnormal shit from these guys.
Who is dumber, Kent Hovind or
Donald Trump?
What's them? Terrence Howard.
Who's Terrence Howard?
Well, you know,
Terrence Howard is the genius who thinks 1 × 1 = 2.
Okay.
Kent Hovind comes up with some of the most mind-bogglingly stupid shit you've ever heard. And he was, you know, doing tax evasion. So that just makes you wonder why he was never elected to public office.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he is a malignant narcissist, and that's apparently not a disqualification anymore.
I know Kent Hovind. Yeah, not personally, but like many years ago, I was constantly nagging him on all kinds of religious forums. And he hated my guts. I know that.
I didn't know. The only one I got to notice me was Frank Turek. He blocked me on Twitter.
Yeah, and
because he said some stupid shit about abortion, and I asked him asked him for a citation, and he blocked me.
yeah, but I didn't even know that it was Kent Hovind. He was under some pseudonym. And then when I saw him for the first time, I saw this series of what is it called? Logic. Hello, my name is Kent Hovind. And then I said, Jesus, that is the guy I was chatting with all the time. And he hates my guts. I know it. And now I'm pestering Eric. He said, "Oh," she said, "Do you know how I am? Your dad hates my guts. Who are you? Yeah, like
Okay.
I'm telling you."
Jenny was trying to get in with something.
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Well, that makes 3 e-power outages is today.
I'm sure Ken Hovind has no idea who I am, and I would like to keep it that way.
Are the power outages just your house, or is it like your whole block going down?
Part of the house, not the whole house.
Okay.
Robin Webster. Sorry, he's not doctor.
No, he isn't. He's not even Mr. It's just Hovind. Mr. shows some respect. He gets no respect from me.
It's Sir Fuckwit.
I see him. I see him. Hey, Fuckwit.
Yeah, I'm just glad he wasn't at the Ark Encounter when I was there.
I don't know. I thought that would have been interesting if he showed up during the protest.
Well, I think if I go this time, I want to rent an RV. I'm surprised how few hotels there are in that area.
Yeah, that's
What is that?
Joe, the Kentucky Atheist, had set up an Airbnb, so that's where I was staying while we were there, along with 6-7 other people.
I'm collecting stuff while I'm here. I'm collecting my pill cups. They bring your pills in a little cup, and then you take the pills, and you throw away the cup, except I'm saving the cup. They're valuable.
Well, that is true, Robin, but when Ken Ham calls you out for being an idiot and using false arguments.
And each one of these I usually get about 15 to 20 pills in each one.
Wow.
So I've taken a few pills, eh?
Yeah. How about your collection of tourniquets?
Oh. That's on my purse. And that's not anywhere close to here. I can go get it though.
Yeah, I saw a number of years ago. Kent Hovind and Ken Ham did a stream together. And you could see that it's like they were trying to appear polite, but they were taking every chance they could to undercut each other.
There was nothing wrong with...
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing wrong with staying you, but first of all, it's like Purple drove 13 hours, and it was it was still like 4 hours from where I am to the Ark Encounter.
Yeah, actually the place was pretty nice, and it was kind of nice to just be able to hang out with some of the other people who had come for the protest.
Not a single taxpayer dollar should go to that ridiculous clusterfuck, but yet it does.
Yeah, Ken Ham does it. I don't know if Kent Hovind gets any kind of tax advantages.
Kent Ham is more persuasive with local governments.
I mean,
yeah,
it could be if they did it right. It could be an interesting theme park.
Yeah, but his Dinosaur Adventureland, yeah, somebody had made a video going through and counting, and it's like the most impressive dinosaurs they had there were plywood cutouts.
So yeah, it's like I was gonna say, if I do that trip again, I think, I don't know. Part of me, I think, wants to go to a camping ground nearby and have like a bunch of us like at a campfire.
These are my tourniquets from there's blood draws and shots and stuff I've gotten. But there's about twice this many at home I haven't attached yet. So it's incomplete. Would you like some?
You know, Jenny, you should watch Refashioned Hippie and take some inspirations. Because apparently there's some of the, like big name brands who are selling shit like that as fashion accessories for like tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Old hippie stuff?
Besides, I also feel guilty because even though the bed was broken before I got there, it's like I still had something collapse on me.
Oh, well, yeah, that would kind of dampen the experience. Okay, Jenny, Robin was asking for an update on how you're doing. Jenny?
I think she's away from the mic right now.
Yeah, she must have stepped away for a bit.
Wow. Well, he does take people in and makes them work for him for free, so.
Yeah, he's registered as a homeless shelter. Oh, that's, yeah. Oh, Jenny, Robin was asking how you're doing.
Relative to what? 5 years ago, 1 year ago, yesterday, or an hour ago?
Well, let's start with you still have a pulse.
Indeed, I do. It's about 60 to 80 times a minute, depending. I have blood pressure too. That seems to be hanging around 50 over 100.
That doesn't sound good.
It's high enough. You don't have to worry until you get like 80 over 40, and then you start checking for breath.
Yeah, then we gotta do the mirror test.
Yeah. I don't know. The question is how much pain am I in? From 1 to 10. Which is how they seem to like to do it in hospitals.
Yeah.
Got to be better ways, but they like 1 to 10, and I'm never less than an 8. A 9 is after my meds have started to take effect, and about as good as they'll ever do. And a 10 is where I'm screaming, yelling, begging for more meds. I would say I'm about an 8.5 right now. Because this morning's meds are wearing off.
Yeah, the biggest problem with the 1 to 10 is it's supposed to be a relative scale to the worst pain you've ever felt.
Yeah.
And it's like, after losing a couple of fingers in a power saw, well, if I rank that as a 10, then it's like even my hernias only made it to be a 3 or a 4.
Mm-hmm. I've had back pain that I would easily register as a 10 until I've had this back pain.
Yeah.
And I would have to demote that other till about a 7.
Yeah, but I think just my general daily background level is probably what most people
Robin,
would consider to be a 3 or 4 just from my arthritis.
Robin, that's an excellent question. Why would they let you be in pain? I choose to have a certain amount of pain because the trade-off that I have to make is absence of pain or absence of ability to think.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be productive and write, and so I need to have some mental faculties available, and so I'm willing to trade off a certain amount of pain to not be a drooling fool in the corner.
Yeah,
they can give you enough pain to make it all go away. I just don't want the trade-off of that. That's all.
All right. The problem is there's an 11 on this scale, and it's called paper cut.
Yeah, my clinic has this posted. I think this is the exact one that they're using for a pain scale.
I have
Paper
not
cuts are
seen this
highly
one
underrated.
before.
They're horrible.
Number 9 is mauled by a bear.
Yeah.
Does everybody ever had?
Oh, I like this. Hold on, I gotta.
Yeah, I can't really read it. The print is too small for me to read.
One, it might be an itch. 2 is just need a band-aid. 3, this is kind of annoying. This is concerning, but I can still work. Bees? Question mark. 6 is bees! Exclamation mark. I can't stop crying. I think it's 7. I can move, but it hurts so much. It's supposed to be it hurts so much. It says A hurts so much. Mauled by a bear, and then 10 is unconscious.
Yeah, like I said, did everybody from you ever had a gallstone?
I've had a kidney stone, not the same thing.
Not me.
And I've had pain worse than a kidney stone.
Yep.
When my gallbladder broke, we're just in time in the hospital. The surgeon said to me, if you were an hour later, we wouldn't have this talk. Now, I can tell you that hurts. That is the worst pain I ever felt in my life.
Yeah, my ex passed a kidney stone the size of a grain of rice. And she said that proved it was not true that a man could not feel a pain as bad as giving birth. Because she had had 2 kids, one of whom was over 10 pounds. And she said that grain of rice hurt more than passing a 10-pound baby.
Yeah, but a gallstone you cannot pass.
Sorry, go ahead.
You have to get them out operated with surgery.
The urinary
and when I saw it, it was sharp.
The urinary tract is not designed to pass solid objects.
Nope.
Yeah, the kidney stones, if they know you've got them, they can sometimes get them to break up internally, so they come out in much smaller pieces.
It was like wizard spells. I cast it's spiky kidney stone.
I personally love being told it's good when and I know why they set it. It's like it's good that you're feeling pain because that means that it's moving. It's like okay. It's like I do not feel good, but
I still recall the most reassuring thing I've ever had a doctor say to me is when I was in the ER after the accident that I, mangled up my fingers, and he was doing that thing and he said, what is your level of pain? Just because it's on their chart, they have to ask the questions. And I was just screaming that it's off the charts. And he just held onto my wrist so I didn't shake my hand and just looked me in the eye and said, I believe you. And that was the most reassuring thing anyone could have said in that moment.
Well, just remember, if you're feeling pain, that means you're still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do
That's
you
what
know?
I usually take it as. It means I'm not dead yet. Oh.
What's up?
Oh, just Ethan being cute.
My gallbladder
Athena.
was 10 years ago, and I'm still alive.
I assure you, you are cute.
Has there been any changes in Ethan's behavior?
Well, like I say, at night he goes checking all of Sammy Son's hiding places, and then he goes by the door, and I think he's asking me to go looking for him because he's making a new vocalization that I had never heard him make before.
Hey, you guys, who put up the picture of the pain scale?
He misses Sammy Song.
I had.
Yeah, Mage had the pain scale thing.
Could you send it to me on Twitter, please?
Let me see if I can find it again. Let's see here.
Yeah, but even things like they had.
It was just a random thing you searched.
Yeah, I can get it though.
I'll find it. That's okay.
Sammy Song is in Kitty Valhalla.
And second
Yeah,
thought,
Sammy crossed the Rainbow Bridge.
you have to find it yourself. It's a really wonky file type that can't download.
Oh, WebP.
A something.
Always make a screenshot.
Yeah, I could do a screenshot of it.
Because it is like they do these pictures in formats that they want to be sure that you cannot download it.
Let's see if I can do it this way.
I guess there were some nasty tornadoes in north of here in like northwestern in northwestern Indiana.
This one is made just for purple. I will have to send it to Twitter, so you can share it with the.
Yeah.
Here's I found it. I found it, Mage.
Okay.
I'll send it to you on Twitter.
Yeah, I'd like to have a copy of that, but like even on that chart, like it listed bees as being what, like a 6 or a 7.
B's question mark is 6. B's exclamation mark is 7.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, that I hardly react to bee stings. So for me, bees are only slightly worse than mosquito bites.
I never had a bee sting. They kind of like me. They land on me and they look around, and I let them walk over my hand, and then they fly away again.
Yeah, I've been surrounded by bees before.
Yeah, but like it was saying like number 3 was an annoying itch. So then on that scale, for me, bees would only be like a 4. It's like it hurts for a little bit, but it fades pretty quickly, and then I don't really notice it anymore.
I also put that image. I found it, the same one. It's in the MidAmerica chat.
Okay, I sent those
in the
two.
Discord too.
Page, the one to you, and the new pain scale for doctors and healthcare providers.
Jeez, I'm falling asleep, and I'm not trying to. I know. I shouldn't be complaining, but
I really hate how.
Yeah, no. I wound up being late for the stream because I wound up dozing off just before it was supposed to start. So yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night either.
I'm sure my students would not object if I just took a nap, but they would tell the office.
And where the hell is that thing just?
And so where on that scale is like dealing with like 30 teenagers who don't want to listen to you, the headache you get from that?
I think that's a psychological scale.
Oh no, that headache causes physical pain. There's a reason why. I inherited 3 bottles of ibuprofen last year when I took over the job.
There you are. We're going to rename this the purple pain scale.
Your pain scale for doctors and healthcare providers. Very happy. I do not hurt her at all. Hurts just a little bit. It's a little more. Hurts even more. Hurts a whole lot. Hurts as much as you can imagine. Doing fine. And thank you. Thanks for asking. Not sure if serious. Gamer's thumb.
Yeah, when you play too much.
Tis but a flesh wound. That's a good one.
Nearly a scratch.
Clamshell.
what?
Packaging cut.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They
trying to
stepped
open
on
the
a
plastic
Lego.
clamshells. Yeah.
Stepped on a Lego.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's
because
ridiculous.
Lego is not going to give.
Yeah, I've seen Lego under stress tests.
Well, the standard Lego brick is engineered to withstand a crushing force of 800 psi.
Yeah, sounds about right from what I saw of the
That
tests
sounds
that
kind of
they
low,
did.
actually.
Yeah, that's why you can put your entire weight on a single Lego brick and you're not going to deform it.
I think we should send that to the guys on YouTube. The guy in Finland who does the crush testing with his 100-ton with his 100-ton press.
That might have been what I was looking at.
Yeah, I'm sure there's videos out there of people testing that with Lego.
I love watching the crush tests. They're fun.
No, I think I've seen at least one of the channels Jenny is talking about, where he just has a hydraulic press and he just runs things through it. That's
Yeah,
what happens.
I've seen one of those channels. You know, and then it was kind of fun with some things, like especially when they put a sealed beer can in it and just see how much pressure it took to make the can explode.
I like when they put in a stack of Post-it notes or any stack of paper. They've done.
Are they the Post-it notes that stick?
I love how they don't crush, they explode.
Still can't believe I got fired once for answering that question.
What, if Post-it notes stick?
Are these the Post-it notes that stick?
Not just Post-it notes. Paper will explode under the press.
Why did you get fired for asking if Post-it notes stick?
I answered the question sarcastically because it was a stupid question.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said. I hope it was good if I. But it's like, are you? I was just like, are you serious? It's like.
Yes. Well, the better question is, did you remember to rewind your DVD?
Nope. I forget every time.
Yeah. Well, you know, I completely forgot about the time change until I got in my van and realized that the clock in my van was an hour off from my cell phone.
Yeah, that's the best thing about phones. They take care of that.
I need to change the clock in my bedroom because it's an hour.
Yeah, you know, and the digital clock in my van, for some reason, it runs fast. That it picks up almost 2 minutes a month.
That's huge.
Yeah, because, you know, of course, I had reset it with the time change in November, and now it was about 10 minutes ahead.
Well, that's awful. Why? How could a digital anything be that incorrect on time?
That's what I've been wondering about.
I had a clock in a Chevrolet Cavalier that did that, and it happens.
Yeah, you just
Also,
don't
the
expect
Aveo
that of
that I
one
had.
that's.
My
You don't
Aveo.
expect it of one that's completely electronic, though.
Why wouldn't you? Electronic clocks use time too.
Did you driving a General Motors car? Because that's only happened in a General Motors colony.
No, it's a Toyota.
I mean, technically, your Aveo wasn't a General Motors car.
Was it a specific Motors car?
Yeah. Yes, it's made by Daewoo Motors in Korea.
Daewoo is General Motors.
General Motors just slaps the Chevy logo on it.
Yeah. I still remember back in the 90s that one of the weirdest ad campaigns that most people never put together was that Dodge was running an ad campaign that said, buy American, your job depends on it. When at the same time, Chrysler was advertising, built by Mitsubishi, master car builders of Japan. And it's like nobody seemed to put the two of those together, that it was the same company.
Well, it is the same company, but they're marketed to different segments of the population generally.
Yeah, but both of those commercials were on TV at the same time. So, it's just, they were trying to play both ends of it at the same time.
Not uncommon. Advertising is not about telling the truth.
Yeah.
For example,
of course, the part they left out is what Mitsubishi Motors was most famous for. Building the engines for all the fighter planes that attacked Pearl Harbor.
The Zero was built by Mitsubishi.
Yep.
Yeah, Kawasaki also built a fighter, a Japanese fighter.
It was A6M5.
Yep. Did you know that the British Tiger tanks were built by Porsche?
Porsche.
The British didn't have Tiger tanks. That was German.
I'm sorry, I meant the German Tigers. I misspoke that. Yeah.
Actually, I believe they were built by Daimler-Benz.
Yep. And we owe the Volkswagen Beetle to the Nazis. Because
the only thing good that came out of it.
Yeah, because they knew they were going to run into problems with fuel shortages. So they wanted to have a minimalist car that could just carry one officer and his driver.
Well, I think the Americans would have a more realistic viewpoint of what needed a general purpose military vehicle needed to be.
Yeah. Well, and the Jeep was so good that the Jeep brand has survived the bankruptcy of 4 parent companies.
Well, also the Germans stole Jeeps when they could.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the Jeep was designed so it wouldn't get stuck in the mud.
Yeah, does anybody remember The Thing by Volkswagen?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the best. That was the Germans' answer to the Jeep in World War II, except it wasn't even 4-wheel drive.
No, it wasn't. That would be the Kugelschmier. I don't know. Excuse me, I got the name wrong there. My brain's fading again. Schwimmerwagen, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yes, the Volkswagen Schwimmerwagen was the World War II, not knockoff, but or competition. It was just the equivalent of the Jeep, except it was an amphibious car, could actually drive in the winter.
Really, I
And if
don't
you can get
recall
one
that
today,
one.
they're worth hundreds of thousands of dollars as an antique.
I'll have to look that one up.
SCHWIMMER Wagen.
Yep.
Schimmerwagen.
But, shall I tell you what that the Germans actually brought one good thing to Europe?
Schnitzel?
What was that?
German?
Universal health care. They called it the Krankenkasse. And that was all the countries kept it because they saw it was good. That was a German invention.
So do you mean the reason the U.S. never had national health care is because we never got invaded by Germany?
Oh, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. But that was what
I
the Germans
have
did. For the rest, they were
I have a
bastards.
picture of the thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah, I always thought it was a kind of interesting looking vehicle, but, I don't know about practicality.
You know that these things had driven on the Caribbean islands for decades and still are, as tourist rentals.
Well, up until a couple of years ago, they were still making the VW Beetles in Mexico City.
I know.
That they were still very popular in Mexico and South America.
Yeah. My cousin bought a brand new VW from Mexico and imported it as scrap. And then he took his own undercarriage with the frame number, and he bought built the new VW over it. So he's driving a brand new classic now.
There was an even easier trick with those, that people who had an old VW, like one from the 60s or 70s, that they would bring one up from Mexico.
Yeah,
and they would just drill out the rivets and they would swap the VIN plates.
But they won't fall for that here in the Netherlands. You have to exchange the chassis.
Yeah.
But that is 2 days' work.
Yeah, okay. Well, in the U.S., they didn't go that far, but, all you need to register it was the VIN number and a title.
All right.
So,
not to interrupt this, but I'm falling asleep, so I think I'm going to,
actually, I need to wrap it up here because I need to start getting ready for a group tonight.
But yeah, I think I'm going to follow my kitty's lead and go take a nap.
Well, Porpoise, why don't you, give your quick sign off, whatever you've got to say.
Right, I am the Sinister Porpoise. When you think of Sinister Porpoises, think of the Sinister Porpoise. I've been doing some small things here on YouTube. They're just stupid math jokes on this channel. If you want to follow me on Clapper, it's the Mad Computer Scientist. I'm up to 7.8K followers right now. Kind of hoping to get to at least 8K by the 15th. And be excellent to each other. And so long, and thanks for all the fish.
So, Ned, you have any final thoughts?
No. Only the good thing that our residence permit came through. That's the only thing. That's a really good thing.
That's a big deal that you don't have to worry about Commander being able to stay there.
Yeah, that's all.
So how long is the resident permit good for?
In principle, forever. You only have to renew it every 2 years, and after 3 years, as we do it, you can apply for a Dutch passport.
Oh, okay. So being able to stay there indefinitely is you're pretty much done as long as you just keep up the paperwork. It
has no end. It only has a renewal.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
And that's more or less automatic as long as I keep my passport up, which means I have to file taxes.
Well, that's something you'd have to do anyway. So
Well, as I understand it, once they put me in that box in the ground, I don't have to pay any taxes anymore.
I wouldn't bet on it. I would think that the IRS may still come after you.
Yeah.
So Commander, you have any final thoughts?
Outside of, I'm relieved that I can stay here, and I'm going to start producing more content again. I know I keep saying that, but now I have the mental ability to do it, because I'm not all that worried about
Yeah, now that the
staying, at
stress is
least not
off
for
of
2
you.
years.
Yeah.
You're beating me to it.
Working on it right this minute. Would you like to say hello to the television audience, to the
Oh,
radio
let's-
audience?
Hello.
Yeah, we'll put you on. You're going to be on camera. Is that okay?
That's okay with me.
There you are.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh,
How are
got
you
three names. You got
guys?
three names.
Hello.
I'm Zoya. Oops, get my hair in your face. Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Purple.
Hello.
Purple owns the show. That's Mage. Mage is in Florida. That's Commander. Commander is in Netherlands, and Ned is in Netherlands.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm here.
Yeah. Very diverse.
Pretty sure I'm here, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And these are all the viewers currently
That's great.
from all around the country and stuff.
Yeah.
And so,
Yep.
today, what did we talk about today? Conspiracy theories.
Oh.
We started out with conspiracy theories.
Debunking myths.
Yep.
I see. What are we going to talk about next week?
I haven't looked it up yet.
Maybe we can do the radiation joke then.
Do I get to hear it or no?
No, it was a sound effect. They're supposed to play a sound effect when I came up from having radiation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do a little Geiger counter gig. We'll work on it. We'll rehearse it.
Oh yeah. Tip top shape.
Okay, I'm gonna knock you off camera now.
Mm-hmm.
Say bye.
Bye guys.
Right. Okay, Jenny, you have any last thoughts you want to add before you go?
Cancer sucks.
Yep.
And large cell neuroendocrine carcinoma sucks even worse. And having it sucks even worse than that. And Trump not having it is the worst suck of all. So
Yeah.
So basically everything sucks nowadays. How about you?
Yeah, the only good side I can see in that for you is having friendly nurses around to help take care of you.
Yeah. There's some pretty neat thing. I had a crush on one of my doctors. I won't mention her name because somebody might be listening outside and could hear. But boy,
Yeah.
she was just absolutely stunningly pretty and very smart and kind as all get out. And wish I would have met someone like her 30 years ago.
I had that when I was living in New York. That we got a new doctor at my clinic there who I was starting to contemplate self-inflicted injuries just to have excuses to go back to the clinic.
Hey, and stop the stupidity. Says fuck cancer, and that makes me think, folks, if you have some extra cash, track down some local cancer groups that help people with cancer manage their lives, not pay their bills, not research the disease, but things that actually help the individual client, because it becomes a financial and a legal quagmire when you get cancer and suddenly you have no home, and Social Security thinks you're dead and takes away your monthly pay. It's just really bad. Those are the people who need the help with cancer. And
Yeah.
you can't track down some locals and help out. They will greatly appreciate it. Donna Douglas, holy fuck. Damn.
I do not know that reference. I don't know who
That
Donna
goes all, that
Douglas
goes
is.
all the way back to Beverly Hillbillies.
Ah,
She was only 16, I think, when she did that role. When she started it, anyways. So anyways, that's my thing for the day. Help the people with cancer around your local area. They will appreciate it. And don't worry about me. I'm going to die, and that's just all there is to it. Don't feel sorry. I've lived a fairly good life. And we'll just talk more about it as we go.
well, hope we can still have you with us for a while, but yeah, that's, I walked through with Sloth Girls, so I know what the chemo can take out of you. Okay, Mage, what have you got going on?
Well, finally finished chapter 9 of my book. I've been just totally off this week because of the time change, honestly.
Okay.
We do have Godless Granny's thing on Saturday. I don't know if I'm taking that away from you there, or Purple, but I was going to mention it.
Yep.
And I'll be with Jenny and Purple and a few other people. So you can catch us. What was it? 4:30, I believe.
3:30.
3:30.
Well, 3:30 our time, 4:30
4:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
3:30 Central.
Yeah, 3:30 Central.
Okay. All right. So that's basically all I got. And of course, I'll be doing my midnight show tomorrow if Purple can show up.
Okay, I was about to ask about that if you were planning to do the show tomorrow night.
Yep. I skipped last week since I had to take Molly to the vet, get some vaccine boosters and heartworm test.
Well, and also if you're saying you're short of sleep, if you just need to not do it so you can get to bed earlier tomorrow night, that would be fine too.
Nope, I don't have anything going on. So.
Okay, because I'm still catching up on a lot of sleep myself. Just because it, went on so many nights, I was so worried about Sammy.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So yeah, like Mate said, we'll be on Granny's show on Saturday. Other than that, I'll be back here same time next week. Oh. Hello, what happened to my banners? Oh, there we are. So, yeah. Just to
Ned,
acknowledge the people who are... What, Jenny?
Ned, good to see you. Hey, Ned, just want to thank you for taking care of Commander.
Want to see me? Oh, here I am.
Yeah.
I'm upstairs. Commander's downstairs because otherwise we get weird noises through speakers and so.
Oh, Goth, you're right. You're right. It was the young woman who was on. What was that? Forrest Tucker, Ken Berry, Larry Storch, Fakawi Indians, F Troop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that woman was like 16 when she did that role.
Yeah. So we just want to thank the people who continue to support us. ReGios, Greg Hartwick, Junie, Kitty the Atheist, Robert X, Sandy Shore, and a continuing endowment from the Lavender Lady. So with that, we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Bonds.
Bye-bye.
Don't get caught.